Well, hello there. Countdown over. Was in the chat room. Okay. A couple little things I just wanted to update you guys with on El Paso Comic Con. Let me take these off since they reflect so much. Kind of weird. So yeah. Anyway, we did get a signed contract for Derek Riggs. If you guys don't know who that is, he is the artist responsible for Eddie, the I guess he's a mascot for Iron Maiden. Pretty iconic. They change him up all the time. He's even people who don't know Iron Maiden songs know who Eddie is. So yeah, we got him signed. I think last time I told you guys about the two from Tiger King that we're bringing in. Yeah, Kelsey Saffery. She's the one who early in their first or second episode, I believe, she got her arm taken off by a tiger. Well, mostly taken off, and they were going to reattach it, and she just told them, go ahead and amputate it because she wanted to get back to work. I mean, she was back to work within. I would be a little hesitant to go back, but not her, man. Him, her, him. I think it's a him now. We also have John Ranky, who's the guy who basically ran Tiger King's zoo there. It's the dude that had both legs amputated, not tiger related. He had a zip line accident and had to have his legs amputated, but he had some really cool looking prosthetics or whatever. They were really had some nice artwork on them. Anyway, he's going to be there. We also, I don't think I I think I did. Anthony Bowling, who is an El Paso native. He was born there in El Paso. He's a voice actor. He's done a few things. Let me see what he's most known for. I know he was in My Hero Academia. He was Beats in Dragon Ball Super Broly, New Zealand and Hetalia, Alciol and The Devil is a Part-Timer, Saya in Cautious Hero, Chronostasis, which is what I know him as in My Hero Academia, and also Yuka in Fairy Tale. So I mean, he's done quite a bit, and I believe he does some producing also. He's going to be there, so you guys can come check out your homeboy, Anthony Bowling. I know people have requested him in the past, and it just never lined up for us, but this time it did, so we got him. We brought in for comic book guys, the man who was pretty responsible for turning Marvel around in the 90s, turning around the good way, Jim Shooter. You might not know, but he started in comics at a really, really young age. I think, as 14, 15-year-old, he was sending in stories to DC, and some of them they actually bought. They bought some of his stories and published them. And then when he graduated from high school, he was accepted into New York University, but he also got accepted at Marvel. So we could have had a completely different Marvel if he decided he wanted to go the college route. So yeah, he was the one who started getting a lot of the artists, a lot of the creators. They would get residuals if their titles sold over a certain set amount. That was kind of unheard of back then, because basically if you worked for Marvel, anything you created under them, they had 100% rights to it and didn't care. He also got them to be able to start sending them, first class to conventions and stuff like that. Different things they weren't getting before. So Jim Shooter, and let's see if I can share the screen with you here. Screen sharing. Yeah. We're going to share a tab, and we're going to share this one. Ooh. So if you guys see right there, this man right here is Jim Shooter. Jim Shooter. He's got a pretty extensive comics career, and then after Marvel, he actually started. I think he started working at Valiant. He had his own imprint, Voyager, which was under Valiant. Then he also did some other stuff, some Defiant comics. But he's most known for his early, young stuff with DC, and mostly for his stuff with Marvel. So, I mean, he's pretty iconic. We got another guy here. Jim Henson, of course, was the voice for a lot of the Muppets in the beginning. With Kermit and most of those were Jim Henson. But when Jim Henson passed away, they needed somebody to do it, so they asked Steve Whitmire to pick up there where he left off and start doing some more of the voices. So, Whitmire took over as Kermit the Frog, the voice. He was Ernie from Sesame Street. And he did some other ones. Here we go. He was also Beaker, one of my favorites, Beaker. Another one of my favorites, Statler. Statler and Waldorf, the two dudes who always heckled from the balcony. And those are voice things he took over. He was pretty much the first one for Rizzo the Rat, who was a later creation, I believe. Lips, who was the trumpet player, I think. Yeah, he did the one for Lips, Miss Piggy's dog, but not a big deal. And Wembley Fraggle, they don't have a picture of him. So yeah, Steve Whitmire has done quite a few pretty big things there with the Muppets. So we got him coming. We're also working with I don't know what you want to call him, an event photographer, I guess, so that every day there will be pictures and videos, official pictures and videos of the event uploaded to our social media. So, you can't see everything all the time. You might miss something. So there's going to be, it's a group, I believe, of 4 guys. We haven't signed contracts yet. We're still working on it. But one way or another, we're going to have pictures and videos of the event uploaded in a timely fashion, so you can see what happened during the day. In case if you only got a Sunday ticket, you want to see what happened on Friday, Saturday, you'll be able to do that. Let me see what other things I have. I'm working on the schedule right now and trying to get everything situated for panels and when people are going to be signing in their booth or when they're going to be on break. I know a lot of people, you don't want to sit there and just wait forever when somebody's on break. So you'll know at least when they're coming back from break. You don't have to waste a lot of time sitting there. And let's see. Yeah, getting us all the new people we have. Any horror? Well, Ricky, we talked to a few. We had a few babies and just didn't get, we haven't got signatures on contracts yet. This year is just being it's very difficult to bring a lot of people in. And that's, a lot of them don't want to do, they're taking a year off besides the COVID. They're taking some additional time off. They want to make sure everything is safe. And, that's their prerogative. They want to practice that caution. Another problem is a lot of them are filming is taken kicked back up again. So a lot of them are busy filming TV, movies, what have you. Or when all these restrictions got lifted, every event was trying to, pencil their stuff in for the fall, which is what we're doing because we're usually in April. And it's causing a backlog of people that are they're not available because they're either somewhere else or they're filming. So we're still trying, Ricky. Just cross your fingers, man. Every year we try to bring in some horror people, and it seems like those guys are just either they're in high demand or just difficult to get. But we're going to keep trying. I was saying Jason or Rob signed photo in my office. Jason and Rob. Oh, are you talking about? Let's see, where's it at? Camera's backwards. That one. Dude. And you're talking about Jason Ibarra, who's right there, who is owner of the Turtle Van. And by Rob, I guess you're familiar with him. Most of us know him as Vanilla Ice. I'm not that familiar with him, so I still call him Vanilla Ice. But yeah, Benjamin, that's the photo they sent us. Let's see. Ernesto, good work, my friend. Keep it up. Thank you, sir. I'm just trying to emulate you guys, Ernesto. Trying to get the information out in a interactive way. Let's see. Are you still planning on having the con again in April 2022? Yeah, Ricky, we're going to go back to our original dates in April in 2022. But like I said, everybody wants to get that. We've been a year and a half basically with no event, and we wanted to get one in this year. So that's why this was the first available date. We tried to work with the venue. They were booked by the city for a couple other things. And I think, I might be wrong, but I think El Paso Comic Con might be the first big event that they're going to have in 2021. That's what they've told me. I don't know what they consider big, or anyway, I'll take it, man. Not a problem. VIP. Yes, that is another thing I wanted to bring up. There are a limited amount of weekend passes, guys, and also a limited amount of VIP tickets. The weekend passes is good for, and the VIP, they're both good for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Weekend passes has some swag that comes with it. VIP has a ton of swag that comes with it. Front of the line access for autographs and photos. You get front of line access for concessions. We're trying indoor concessions. That's probably not going to work with the third-party concessionaires that they're going to bring in, outside. So there's not much I can do about that. Like I said, they're a third party. But indoors, the concessions, and at the new Starbucks, they have a new Starbucks inside the venue, so you don't got to leave to get your coffee. Frontline access for that, and just VIP. A lot of perks. The VIP party on Thursday, we're going to try to get a few of the. We're trying to get a few of the celebrities to show up and, rub elbows, hobnob with y'all away from the con crowd. Michelle Martinez, hi, how are you? I would love to see sort of our online voice actors. We have a big chunk of voice actors coming this year. I don't think we're bringing any more in this year. We already have, the four we announced earlier. You have Christopher Waycamp, Amberly Connors, Kyle Phillips, Jason Lyrick. They were supposed to come in 2020, but we, of course, couldn't do it because of COVID. They're coming in 2021. We also have Anthony Bowling, like I mentioned earlier, who is a El Paso native, who's a voice actor, and just sorry about that, guys. My internet connection, it looks like it dropped for a second. I don't know why. Every time we have bad weather here for the next couple of days, we have horrible internet connection. Anyway, I was saying, Anthony Bowling he's an El Paso native voice actor. He'll be there. And Steve Whitmire, who does a lot of the Muppet voices, or did a lot of the Muppet voices, will also be there. So probably not going to bring any other voice actors in this year, but next year, Sword Art Online, we can look and see who's available. A lot of it depends on availability, and a lot of these voice actors do voices on multiple shows. Michelle Martinez, who is going to be the guest in the con? Really? Go to elpasocomicon.com, and there's a link that says guests. You can click on that, and it will show you all the confirmed guests that we have for the event. I'm not going to name them all off again. What's up, Johnny Cisneros? Michelle Martinez. Really? again, check the guest list. We have a couple of the older WWE guys there. Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Greg the Hammer Valentine are going to be there. Do your homework, people. Benjamin, you guys had a vendor for a couple years, Kevin Glover, that brought his books, Fracture Fairy. He also has a very lengthy resume in cult and horror and film. He was an actor, producer. That's true. I'm not sure what you're getting at, but yeah, he was a vendor. We don't really invite vendors. Vendors pay for their spot and they come and they set up. That's just how it is. It's not like a birthday party. We don't send you an invitation. You just show up. There's a lot of contract stuff that goes on to bring these guys in, and they don't come for free most of the time. Let's see. You guys get Kyberlite booth. You know, like I said, Johnny, we don't bring the vendors in. The vendors pay for their spot, and they come and set up. If Kyberlite or Ultra Saber or any of those other companies want to set up, they have to buy a booth. Our booths have been sold out for quite some time now. I believe they were sold out pre-COVID, and a few people canceled their booths for whatever reason. They had conflicting events or something happened in their life that they couldn't make it anymore. So then we refunded them, and those booths became available, and they sold quick. As soon as they became available, it's like people were waiting to jump on that. Hey, Basildoa, I guess that's Daniel, right? I'm guessing. I could be wrong. There's a few in that clan there of Basildos. So yeah, like I was saying, we don't bring vendors in. The vendors pay for a spot, and if they think they can sell, they do. Any plans? Oh, there we go. Any plans having multiple cons during the year, like one in the fall, one in the springtime? Dude, if you knew how much work this was, it's a lot of these celebrities, these guests, they're booked pretty far in advance. A lot of them, some of them up to a year and a half to 2 years out. To do multiple in a year, I'm not really hyped about that because I want to put my all into the event. And if I have multiple ones, I don't want to be thinking about the next one while I'm working on this one. I think that would make the event suffer. I'm not going to say no, but I'm saying not likely. I also own a store here in Las Cruces, Zia Comics, and we have tons of events there. There's always some kind of event going on in the game room. We have in-store signings. We have free comic book day. We have Halloween Comic Fest. And then we have, all the other events that happen right here downtown on the plaza that we participate in. So our plate's pretty full, man. And Basildo, yes, it's Daniel. Okay. Hey, Daniel. Let's see. I'm not sure if there's much else to update you guys on. I just wanted you to know we signed a couple of people, and I want you to know we're still working on getting a big name. A couple of the ones we were going after, we got really close and then found out, this one got called out to do filming, or this one got already signed a contract with another event. So we're still looking. I promise I will get you guys a big name person before the event actually happens. Don't know who that's going to be, though. I got a couple of irons in the fire. We don't really know yet. I don't really have many other updates. I just wanted to let you guys know that, those are the new ones we signed. Kane nodded. Don't know what you're talking about there. If you're talking about Kane, we tried to get Kane. He was not available. Kane is actually a mayor or a governor someplace, and he can only come. He can't come the whole weekend. He has to be back by a certain time for his job. And it was a little hectic. Attended 3 of the 4 years. Hope we can make it to meet David Yost. We live in San Antonio now, so here's hoping we can make it. I hope so too, Benjamin. David is an awesome guy. We've talked to him. He's always very good to the fans, and I can't wait to have him at the con either. How about some UFC fighters? Maybe. We will have luchadors. A local luchador group will be there, and that they're giving a demonstration at least on Saturday. Kane Hodder. Yeah, he is actually not available. We actually tried to get him, and I tried to get Ari Lehman, the guy who did the original Jason. Like I said, every time I try to get a horror guy, they're already taken. House of Kings Car Club. Hey, is that you, Julio? Yeah, we can't. In case you guys didn't know, House of Kings Card Club are the ones that's going to be running the charity poker tournament for us. And the last time we did it, the money went to, was it March of Dimes? I'm not sure. I don't remember off the top of my head. But this year, I think we're working with Mike D's Big Adventure. I'm trying to keep some of that money local. So if you haven't, the House Kings guys will be taking signups for the poker tournament Saturday night. And there'll be tons of rebuys because we're trying to raise money for charity, man. So go to the ATM Saturday night before the poker tournament and get some money. Yeah, Daniel. Hugh Jackman. Genius, man. No, I didn't think about that. Are you going to start the GoFundMe so that I can hit that 6 figures to bring him in? Because he don't come cheap. And he's not available either. Let's see. I can't wait either, Michelle. Excited for the con. Those Ticketmaster emails were so depressing. Really? What ticket? I didn't get. I don't get those Ticketmaster emails that you guys get. So what was it, Jamie? What was it that they sent out that was bad? Just let me know. Yep, Jason Ibarra. Met him in Albuquerque. Awesome dude. If you're talking about Kane Hodder, yeah, he was at Albuquerque, but he was booked somewhere else for our event. Make-A-Wish. That's right. It was Make-A-Wish Foundation the first year. And then the 2020 event got washed because of COVID. And this year we're going to work with MacD's Big Adventure. Michelle, man, do your homework. www.elpasocomiccon.com. You'll have the dates. There's all kinds of information on there, man. Go check it out. You have the dates and location, the hours. There's an app you can get and download that will, you can check your phone. During the event, there'll be an events guide you can reference, but it also shows all the exhibitor information, everything. Just guys, go check out the website. Don't ask before you do your homework. It doesn't look good on you. Any word on old Comic-Con t-shirt you guys had before? Yeah, we talked about that. We thought about it. Not sure if we want to release the old ones again. That kind of makes the if I put out ones again, the old ones aren't really special because we try to make a new one each year. We're still on the fence on that, Johnny. I'm not sure I would really like that, but I don't want the people who actually went to the con that year and got their shirt to feel cheated because anybody can just go online and buy it. Love Mike D. I met him before. He's a great guy. And I love what he's doing with his charity there. It's a very worthwhile charity. So like I said, guys, go to the ATM and get your money out before that. When it said your event had been, Ticketmaster, yeah. It got rescheduled more than once. When this COVID first hit, everybody thought, a couple months, going to be over. So we pushed it to, I don't remember the first date we pushed it to. I want to say October because our original was in April. And so we figured by October, should be no problem, man. We should be good to go. Not any issues. Well, guess what? We were wrong, man. Then after that, we just waited until everything was over so that we could get back on the books with the venue. Nathan Fillion, yeah, Chris, he he's not cheap, but I think he would definitely be worth his price. But he's also always working. The dude is just nonstop working on something, and he's just not available. I would love to see. I'm a huge Firefly fan myself. Brown Coat. I cried, I think, when they canceled it back in the day. The Serenity movie was a good, another little tease, and I don't know if we're going to see any more Firefly, but I wish we would. So yeah. Let's see. If someone wants a certain company to come to a con, I would choose that person contact the company. Yeah, a year in advance, let them know about the con. Yeah, like I said, Mariah has it right. The vendors, we don't reach out to specific vendors to bring them in. I would love if we had that kind of power. I could call like Marvel and DC and say, "Hey, man, can you guys have a presence here?" But we don't. And the vendors, like I said, they go online and buy their booths themselves, and they set up and sell their wares. William Shatner, ? And the answer is, we've already announced a few times William Shatner is not available for our new dates. He is got a prior booking. Like I said, they booked so far out. He's got a prior booking somewhere in the Northeast. I want to say Connecticut, New Hampshire, someplace. So he's not available for this event. We're trying to get him scheduled for a future event. He's not a spring chicken, so I don't know if he's even wanting to do events after this year. He might just want to enjoy his twilight years there with his horses, as he's a huge into horses. So I don't know. We're trying to get, when we couldn't get him for this one, we automatically started trying for the next one, and we haven't heard back yet. So I will let you guys know after this event. I won't be announcing anybody for the 2022 event until after the 2021 event is over. That question's already been asked. We're working on it. We were trying to get horror people, trust me. Any people signing coming up? I don't like announcing somebody before they have ink on paper, so I will just say we are working on more guests. They have not signed yet, and that's all I'm going to tell you. I don't like that. I jinx myself if I do something like that. Let's see, Bob. An idea could be a shirt that has all the shirt designs next together, the initial design laid over it. Maybe. Like I said, we're still kicking around that T-shirt idea. I do like the idea of, maybe a few days before the con, everybody wearing their El Paso Comic Con shirts downtown. We'll con it out downtown. I don't know. We'll see. Malcolm Reynolds pop. Yeah, there's a few. Wait, is there a few? Maybe there's only the one. I know there's action figures. I don't know about pops, but yeah, hey, hold on to it, man, because like I said, every year I try to get Nathan Fillion because personally I'm a fan. But I think I'd want him to sign some Captain Hammer stuff for me. He's booked, bro. Not sure who you're talking about, but okay. Will the game, I'm guessing that's supposed to be Vault. Will the Game Vault store be there? Yes. In two different capacities. They bought a booth, so they'll have a booth there where they're selling stuff, but they're also going to be our tabletop board game, card game people. So they'll be demoing tons and tons of whatever card and board games they have. And then, they can direct you over to their booth and you can buy that game from them at their booth if it hasn't sold out. So to answer your question, yes, Game Vault will be there. Maybe Linda Hamilton. Yeah, maybe. Finish some Terminator signings or Robert Patrick. Wait a minute, David, are you just looking to finish up your signings? But yeah, I agree. Linda Hamilton would be a good one. She's another one that's hard to get. I don't really see her at a lot of cons. And Robert Patrick I have seen. He's probably more possible than Linda Hamilton to get to the con. So we will see. I mean, I appreciate you guys throwing all these ideas at me, but I would say probably 90% of these names we have tried in the past. So we'll keep trying. Maybe we can get lucky one of these years. Let's see. Yes, since we had Michael Biehn before. Yeah, there's Michael Biehn was actually just in Albuquerque Comic Con back in June. The prior owner of El Paso Comic Con burned a lot of bridges, and Michael Biehn was one of those bridges, and we're trying to repair that. I would love to have him. He usually travels with his wife also, so we'd like to have both of them. And Michael Biehn, not only Terminator, he was just in an episode of Mandalorian season 2, so that's he's also pretty common. Misha Collins, yes, that would be a good one if he were available. Captain Hammer, I had Felicia Day sign her figure from that show. Yeah, Captain Hammer. A lot of people don't know who that is. Was it Dr. Horrible's sing along with Neil Patrick Harris, Felicia Day, and Nathan Fillion were the big ones in that one. If you haven't watched it, man, Google it. I'm sure it's probably on YouTube somewhere. It's pretty cool. Amanda Tapping. We actually talked about Amanda Tapping. I just wasn't sure. It's because after Stargate, she kind of went behind the camera. So I'm not sure if people would know the name. Of course, I do. I'm also a huge Stargate fan. Amanda Tapping. If there's enough people, maybe I would love to do a quasi Stargate type reunion. Maybe we can do that for 2022, because I'd love to have Richard Dean Anderson, Christopher Judge, Michael Shanks, and Amanda Tapping. But I would those guys back together. That panel would be crazy amazing. So yeah, Amanda Tapping, maybe we'll look at that in April. Because we've had Star Wars, we've had Star Trek. Did we have Star Trek? Oh yeah, we did. LeVar Burton. We haven't had any Stargate yet, so let's bring Stargate. Dr. Horrible Sing-Along blog. That's the full name of it. So guys, there it is on the screen. Just kind of copy it there and paste it, and you will be happy that you did. That was an amazing little. I believe Joss Whedon did that during the Screen Actor Guild strike. They all kind of did it because they weren't working for a while, so why not? Yes, Stargate Reunion. Oh, so we have other brown coats out there. Yeah, actually, if we can get Michael Rooker back, because he was busy for this rescheduled one. Michael Rooker was in Stargate. Did you guys know that? He was in a couple episodes also. And maybe Sam Jones wasn't available for this event. He might be in April. He was in Stargate also. He was Eris Bach. Yeah, the bounty hunter dude. So awesome. Appreciate all the hard work you do to get the guest in for us. Oh, if you only knew. If you only knew. Frakes, Certis, and Spiner also. We've had those three already a couple years ago. They were great. They're all just so awesomely nice. It's crazy. Frakes was awesome. Certis was a sweetheart, and Brent Spiner. The fans just love Data, man. Let's see. Colleen Klinkenbeard would be super cool to see the local. I'm not sure who that is. Colleen Klinkenbeard. I'd have to look that one up, and I'm going to do that while I'm talking to you. Hey, it auto filled for me, so. Yeah, she's also an ADR and line producer. It seems like a lot of the voice actors, if they do it long enough, they start moving into the production side of it. She was in Case Closed, Full Metal. Oh, she's director on Full Metal Alchemist. It would star in popular anime shows as Monkey D. Luffy. Oh, that's a big one. She's Luffy in One Piece, young Goku and Gohan in Dragon Ball. Riza Hawkeye in Full Metal, and Urza Scarlet in Fairy Tale. Oh wait, who? Oh, she's Momo in My Hero Academia. Nice, yeah, that would be a decent one there, John. Good call. Maybe, like I said, we're pretty overloaded on voice actors this year. I want to try to focus on the other genres. So yeah, maybe 2022 though. Brett Booth, very friendly and fantastic artwork. Any chance he would show? I've talked to Brett. He was being very cautious during COVID. I couldn't even get him in store, and he might be watching. I don't know if he's watching or not, but if so, you see that, Brett, right there? Somebody specifically asked for you. So yeah, Brett's amazing. One of the nicest artists I think we've worked with, and he's quasi local. I would love to have him at the event, but I think he's still taking time off. Doesn't want to do anything really until everything is cleared. But if I can't get him into El Paso Comic Con for 2021, I'm going to start pestering him for 2022. Actually, I would love to have him in store signing also. So, because he's been bouncing around on some pretty big projects, I'd love to have him in here. Just locked in your last vendor spot. I can't wait. Congrats, Brandon. Like I said, some vendors, they're starting to have conflicts with other prior events they've booked, or they're having family time. They have up to a certain date that they can cancel and still get their refund. And there might still be a few people canceling later on. We don't know. And no, we don't take a waiting list because that's way too much work. Just keep checking, see if something pops up. I'm on the edge of my seat. Hopefully Amazon will announce another Stargate series. Chris, they've been teasing us with another Stargate series for a while. They gave us Stargate Universe, which I wish they wouldn't have. That was And then they had another one, I believe, that was online episodes they put out. Stargate something. It was kind of ho-hum. Wasn't really advertised or marketed well. But yeah, that would be great. Any Doctor Who people you think could be available? I wish. We asked every year. We ask about Matt Smith and David Tennant. Those guys are still working like crazy, man. They're always doing something in our dates. I don't know if it's just April is a big date for filming or what. We've also tried in the past to get Alex Kingston, who was Summer. River Song, I'm sorry. I got my Firefly stuff mixed up with my Doctor Who. Yeah, we tried to get her, River Song. I love that character. And we've, some of the other ones are just way out of our league now. But we'll keep trying. I would love to have a Doctor Who presence. I don't know if you've been asked this or not, but more comic writers or artists would be awesome. You're right, but a lot of them, DC and Marvel, are cracking down on deadlines. They want stuff at a certain time, and a lot of these guys, they don't want to go to an event back-to-back weekends because they need time at home to finish up stuff. We brought in some really good talent in the past, so we brought in Kevin Eastman came twice. He usually doesn't. And he came back-to-back. He usually doesn't do back-to-back events, but he loves El Paso. So he came, and we were so happy that he did. We also brought in, we had Chris Claremont. We've had, Steranko was in Cruces, but we had Steranko. We had David Finch here in Cruces. We had, who else? We had Donnie Cates in El Paso. And you guys, the people did not line up very big for Donnie Cates. He kind of rewrote a bunch of Marvel comics. Had Frank Cho. I mean, we bring him in. It's just this year we're still searching for comic artists. Like I said, we're Jim Shooter, who is big. He'll be there. So we're working on it. You mentioned LeVar Burton. Might have missed you talking about them. Yep. Yeah. I understand. What yeah, those three guys from Star Trek. Brian K. Vaughan would be so epic. Yeah, he would. I'm not sure he does a lot of events. In fact, I'm not even sure they started writing Saga back again. I know they took a hiatus for a while, and I'm not sure if they come back yet. But yeah, Brian K. Vaughan would be great. Some Sharknado guests. There's two that come to mind. Got Ian Ziering and what's the blonde girl's name? Yeah, I don't know. Is Sharknado still a thing, man, or did that jump the shark? I see what I did there. Yeah, Sharknado, maybe. We'll have to think about that. I haven't seen. I've seen Ian Ziering's name on a couple of lists for people. In the past, he hasn't been available, so we will see. Michelle Martinez, have a beautiful day. You too. Already answered that. We're working on that, Joe. We're trying to get horror people in. They should get Rob Zombie. I'll tell you what, you guys start a GoFundMe page, and when you make 6 figures on that, we will bring in some of these outrageously high guests. Don't think we're going to be able to get that to happen. We've also in the past tried to bring in Alice Cooper, who is known to go to some of these cons, and we've not had any luck with him being available. So, I mean, it's not like we're not trying, guys. I mean, I can only do what I can do. Alex Kingston would be amazing. Yes, she would. Summer Glau, we had her almost on contract for a while, and some things fell through the cracks, and we weren't able to bring her in. But yeah, she would be crazy amazing. Bring one of the Leatherface actors. Yeah, I know who the horror actors are. You guys don't have to tell me. We've been trying. They're just not available, or they're, doing something else or another event. So, the Suicide. Wow. Yeah, your head's in the clouds, man. That's dreaming. The Suicide Squad actors are pretty much all big names. They all make big money to come in. Like I said, we had Michael Rooker coming for 2020, and he's in the new Suicide Squad, and just things fell through the cracks. And COVID came, and he was already signed somewhere else for 2021. Margot Robbie, John Cena, all those guys, you're talking big time money to bring somebody like that in. It's like I told you guys before, this isn't a birthday party that we send you an invitation and we hope the guest says yes and comes. No, it's a lot of contract negotiation behind the scenes of, prices, what they're gonna make and how they're gonna get here, or they're gonna stay. It's a whole fiasco. I would love to bring in the cast of Suicide Squad, but that would be the last El Paso Comic Con, because then we would go broke because we don't sell enough tickets to bring somebody that big in. CM Punk. We got 2 wrestlers already. Like I said, I'm trying not to overload any genre. Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, I'm guessing you're saying. Kevin Smith does not do cons anymore. He only does his speaking engagements. And in the past, we've tried to get the venue to work with us to bring in Kevin Smith for a one night with Kevin Smith type thing over in the Chavez as an extra ticket in conjunction with Comic-Con. Then COVID hit. So we'll start that conversation up again, but Kevin doesn't actually do cons per se. And Jason does. Jason Mewes is at cons a lot. So to bring both of those guys in, I know how much Kevin makes, and we would have to sell a ton of tickets. We'd have to sell out the Chavez for it to be financially feasible. And I think he would. I really think he would. So that's something we've been trying to work on for the past couple of years. Like I said, you guys don't see all the stuff that we've been working on in the background that hasn't come to fruition for one reason or another. We don't really like to, put out the stuff until it's certain because we don't want to get people's hopes up. But yes, maybe in the future we can do that. I'm a huge Clerks fan, so I love Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes. That would be awesome. Austin St. John and Walter Jones. Walter Jones has been in El Paso several times. And we have a Power Ranger coming this year. So next year, maybe we can bring in one of those guys or both. Who knows? JDF. Okay, funny story, Antonio. We've had JDF twice at our con and once in the in-store signing here in Zia Comics. I still get people emailing me and telling me that I don't know how to book guests because I bring JDF in every year. He's been in 2 of the 4 years. I mean, come on, man. And people asked for him the second year because his line was so long the first year that they weren't able to get in. So we brought him the second year. And he was happy to come. And because if you follow him on social media, you'll see he is all about the fans. He's great with them. So maybe I think he's busy. He's still doing his comic tour and he's starting to do cons again. So maybe we can get him for 2022 to come back. And if we do, tell the people who say we bring him in every year that they're wrong. I mean, people complain about everything. We try to bring in a Power Ranger every year that we can, but we don't bring in JDF every year. I wish we could. Sorry about that connection again, guys. It looked like my screen blacked out. Adam Baldwin, Gina Torres from Firefly. I've seen Adam Baldwin on a few lists, and he's kind of pricey too. But if I don't do a Stargate reunion, if I can get Nathan Fillion, I would love to do a Firefly reunion around him. Because why not, man? If you're lucky enough to get Nathan Fillion, bring the rest of the crew too. That would be amazing. www.elpasocomiccon.com will have all the information you need about the event, including the dates, the times, the guests, everything. Any cosplay artists didn't notice any on the guest list. That's because we didn't put any on the guest list yet. We're working on a couple of them. I was told because we do a booth swap with the other area cons, and by area I mean up to Albuquerque with a Jim Burleson, and he said he's sending Rosanna Rocha down here to be in the Albuquerque Comic Con booth. So yeah, look for her. She'll be there, and I guess I can tell you guys we're working with Arizona Power Girl, Karen Nicole, and we're like 99%. She's looking. We do not have a signed contract yet, but that's because I haven't sent the contract yet. That's my fault. I need to write it and send it to her. But yeah, she's already agreed to all the terms, and she said, yeah, she's ready to come back. And I know she has a lot of fans here in El Paso, so that will be 2 cosplayers that we'll have in for the event. The Walking Dead when they came, yeah, everybody was Walking Dead. Well, they did. I think they're kind of jumped the shark now. Plus, he's local, so easier access. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Seth Rogen. All right. Again, I apologize for my connection. I saw it black out there. Seth Rogen from Superbad. He's been in some other stuff too. In fact, he's in a lot of stuff, and he's always busy. He does a lot of producing now too. And the past few times we tried to contact him to get, he's not available. I would love to. I like Seth Rogen. It's just funny you picked Superbad because he's been in a ton of other stuff. But yeah, we're trying. Antonio, we covered this earlier with Michael Bain, the previous owner of El Paso Comic Con. Kind of burned that bridge with him, and we're trying to repair it. I've been trying. Like I said, he travels with his wife too, so it's kind of a 2-for-1 if they come. But yeah, I mean, and Michael Bain, they love him. The fans love him, and everything I've seen. He was at Albuquerque, as a matter of fact, Albuquerque Comic Con, and he does so well with the fans. It's crazy. Yes, please bring Seth. Again, when you guys start this GoFundMe for all these big name people, let me know, because when you hit the 6-figure mark, we can probably bring one of them in. I personally don't have a check that big that I can bring to people like that in. I would love to. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to. But like I said, it's I don't want you guys to be disillusioned thinking that all we have to do is say, email these people and say, hey, will you come to my event? It's a lot of contract negotiations and back and forth. Then we get the contract where we sign it, send it to them. They might be busy, filming somewhere. It could take them a week to a couple weeks to even get back to us. So, oh, looky there. Matthew Trujillo. You'll see him right there. Not the old guy. That's Stan Lee, but the guy next to him. Matt Trujillo is the owner, operator, coordinator, what do you want to call it, for New Mexico Comic Expo. They've had one event so far, and it was huge, massive. I don't think they brought anybody lower than a B-lister in. It was crazy. That's you see all the pictures of Jason Momoa in New Mexico. That's where he was skateboarding around New Mexico Comic Expo. So if you guys get a chance, in fact, Matt will have a booth because we do booth swap with him too. He'll have a booth at El Paso Comic Con, and I'm not sure what they're going to do. They're going to give stuff away, or they're going to register people up. I don't know. His event this year, because, like I said, everybody's slamming their events into the fall, and we're doing the same thing. So we're part of the problem. His is like a month after El Paso's. Still waiting for the big announcement. So, hey, Matt, if you want to drop any exclusive announcements here, we'll take it. Waiting to see all the big names that he's going to bring in New Mexico Comic Expo. The first one they had was amazing. And I want to thank Matt for allowing us to be part of it. Not yet. I'm going to tell you guys again, elpasocomiccon.com. You can click there and see all the guests that we have confirmed. If they're not confirmed with a signed contract, I won't announce them. I don't want any kind of issues like that or to jinx myself. Matt, I'll figure something out. I bet you will, man. I saw the first event. I know it's going to be good. Had a great time. I think everybody did. I haven't heard anybody complain about it. So no. New Mexico Comic Expo is in Albuquerque. The first one was at the convention center. I can only assume that this one's going to be at the convention center also. Matt can verify if he's still on. It's in Albuquerque. It's the first they've done one, and it was just a massive blowout show. It was great. It was awesome. The artists he brought in were amazing. The celebrity guests were amazing. Pretty good as a first year show, man. It was awesome. And here is the man responsible. Like you said, any big names right now will be very hard to get. Yep. Most labs still have to deal with COVID. Yep. They're supposed to do the quarantine. Not sure how many of them actually are. They're supposed to do it. So yeah, I mean, all the events are having having problems getting people signed. We will be at the Albuquerque Convention Center. There you go. There you go. Not in Cruces, in Albuquerque at the Convention Center at the end of October. Is that Halloween? When is Halloween 2021? Let me check. Because that would be crazy to have some horror guests over Halloween. Yeah, October 31st. Yeah. So, yeah, that Sunday, that whole weekend, that's gonna be Halloween weekend, Matt. You need to bring in somebody big horror related. Awesome. Yep, it's Halloween weekend. So yeah, there you go. Like I said, I haven't been really giving you guys any news or updates here the past half hour. It's just been answering your questions, which I appreciate. I want to answer your questions. I don't want anybody to not know what's going on. If you have any questions, there's no stupid questions. Just ask, and if it's not already on the website, I'll try to answer it for you. We're trying to be transparent as possible. I'm not trying to pull the wool over your eyes or anything like that. Sorry, I was getting a little parched. Gotta head out. I'll be in touch, Troy. Good luck. Hey, same to you, man. Good luck trying to get somebody, because I know how much of a problem I'm having. So you got to be having the same kind of problem. So thanks, Matt. Yeah, the only thing I can tell you guys, I'm going to reiterate, there are a limited number of weekend passes and a limited number of VIP passes. And once we hit that amount, it is gone. And, I should take this call, but I'm not gonna. Let's send him a message. That was our charity guy, Mike D. Yeah, like I said, limited amount of weekends passes, a limited amount of VIPs. Once they're gone, they're gone. Good news is we negotiated with Ticketmaster, and if if your total ticket purchase is $150 or more, you can opt for the payment plan. And the directions on how to do that should be on our website somewhere. And if they're not, tell me and I'll put them up. It's really pretty simple. So, if you want to get VIP pass, a VIP pass, I think is $150. So that would qualify. Or if you want to get weekend passes for the family, 2 or 3 people or 3 or 4 people in the family, you're already at that $150 level. So you can opt for the payment plan, and you don't have to, try to budget and have the money when you walk up to the window on the day. You can still buy tickets day of. Don't get me wrong. The box office at the Convention Center will be open day of, but I'm going to tell you right now, the past 3 or 4 years, the line for that box office is really, really long, and you're better off to buy your tickets in advance if you can. And if you want to bypass a lot of the Ticketmaster fees, go to the Plaza box office over at the Plaza Theater, and that takes away a lot of the fees. But like I said, man, buy in advance. If you have your ticket in advance, you don't have to go stand and wait in line and waste 30 minutes to an hour just waiting to get a ticket. You can walk in with your ticket in hand, they scan it, and come get your badge. Boom, you're on the floor. I can't stress that enough. I know El Paso is still a walk-up town, and people like to do things last minute, but I think you should do it earlier. Quick question: I have VIP tickets, but does that access include my son since he's only 7? Good question. But that's covered on the site too. Kids 10 and under are allowed in free with a paid adult. You can't just drop off your 9-year-old and then leave. So yeah, your kid, if he's 7, not a problem, man. As long as he's coming in with a paid adult, he should get a child's wristband. So nobody will hassle him about not having a badge or anything. Cryptidnals, good to see 656 Comics might attend to add spice to the event. Excelsior. Nice. Crypto. I think, didn't you guys just have a successful Kickstarter for your comic? Cool. And by attend, if you're looking for a booth, man, I think booths might be sold out. If you're just coming to check out everything, we'll see you, man. Are VIP tickets available for sale now? Yes, they are. They have been on sale for a while. They are on sale now. Ticket. The venue, we have to go through Ticketmaster. We have no other choice. So if you go to, in fact, I think there's a link for tickets on the website. Let me go to the homepage and make sure I'm not lying to you. Yeah, the first blue bubble right down there, buy tickets. So you can click on that and it will take you to the Ticketmaster page and you can select the VIP, however many you want. Like I said, if you want to do multiples, you can even set up a payment plan if it's over $150. That's going to be big. Can't wait. I'm going to get my tickets soon. Yes, to meet WWE superstars. Yeah, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I remember growing up with him and Greg the Hammer Valentine. When they teamed up as the Dream Team, that was amazing. It was awesome. You're welcome. Okay. We have been talking for over an hour, guys. Wow. Is there any other questions I didn't cover? I basically just jumped on here to tell you about the couple new people that we got signed. In case you don't check social media or the website every day, and I like to answer your guys' questions you have, and some of your suggestions are really good, and if they're feasible, like I said, there's a lot of these people you suggested that we've tried to pass a get and just can't. There's others that were just way out of our price range, and then there's some that we're still thinking about bringing them in future years. So, we're listening to you guys. That's it's not a problem. How does the VIP work? As in, well, I don't understand what you're asking, but let me explain the VIP. You get front of the line access at autographs, photo ops, and in the venue's concession area, you'll get front line access, and that should extend to the Starbucks area inside. The first row in the panels are supposed to be reserved for VIP. There will be a VIP party on Thursday at the Hotel Paso del Norte, which is the one right across the street. And we're trying to get some of the celebrities to show up for that so that you can rub elbows with them before they're on the con floor. And there'll be food and drink. In the past couple of years, it's been fun. You also get to pick up your VIP swag at the VIP party if you attend. If not, you can pick it up at the event. But I think you get a T-shirt. I could be wrong, but you have to look under the ticket part to see. But there should be a badge, lanyard, a shirt, maybe a pin, a tote bag, and just a lot of little perks you get for the VIP. Yes, Chris. One of them's actually on the site already. Jim Shooter was one of them, who was a big name at Marvel Comics. He's on there. Steve Whitmire is the other, and the only reason he's not there on the site right now is I'm waiting for his picture and bio from his rep, so I can put that up. We want to use approved. So I'm just waiting on that from Steve Whitmire to put him up, and waiting on a couple others to sign contracts, and then of course they will go up also. So, all right. Yeah, if I haven't seen any more questions, we might cut this one off for today. If even if you don't catch it live, it will always be on. We stream it live to our Facebook. I've been sending it to the Zia Comics Facebook and the El Paso Comic Con Facebook, but it will also be up on YouTube. So, and that's why I put a lot of these comments up on the screen, because if somebody on YouTube makes a comment, the people on Facebook might not see it. So I put it up on screen so we can all see what the question was. All right, man. I'm going to go ahead and end this one for today. And next time we have anything to announce update-wise, I'll let you guys know in advance like we did. We'll have the 5-minute countdown so we can get people in the chat room so you don't miss the start. So thank you guys for dropping in, and thanks for all your questions. I hope I answered them all. If not, you can contact me through social media, through email, or wait till the next update. So there you have it, man. Later, nerds.